Now let us see how to compare two fractions, means comparing fractions. Now for example, Raj has 3½ rotis in his plate and Kiran has 2 1/3 rotis. Raj has 3½ rotis in his plate and Kiran has 2 1/3 rotis in his plate. Then who has the larger, who has the more rotis in his plate? So we have to find the, means we have to compare the two fractions. Then we should say which student has the many rotis. So then here also we need to find two fractions. So for that, let us take a rectangle. The same rectangle is taken 3-4 times. So in the first case, the rectangle is divided into two parts, two equal parts, and here one part is shaded. Now this is 1 out of 2, so 1/2. And in the second case, the same rectangle is divided into 3 equal parts, and here one part is shaded. So this is 1/3. And in the next case, the rectangle is divided into 4 equal parts. And here the first part is shaded. Now this is 1/4. So if the rectangle is divided into 5 equal parts, and here also one part is shaded. Now this is 1/5. So when the rectangle is divided into more equal parts, then the size of the each part will be reduced. Now here we can say that 1/2 is more than 1/3 and 1/3 is more than 1/4 and 1/4 is more than 1/5. But each time we cannot draw the rectangle and we cannot divide into equal parts and we cannot compare. So then how to compare the fractions? So first let us learn how to compare like fractions, then we will go to the comparison of unlike fractions. Now comparing like fractions. Now let us take the two like fractions, 2/5 and 3/5. So let us take two rectangles which are divided into 5 equal parts. Now in the first case, 2 parts are shaded out of 5 equal parts. So this is 2 out of 5, and in the second case 3 parts are shaded out of 5 equal parts. So this is 3 by. Now in which rectangle more parts are shaded? So we can easily say that in the second rectangle more parts are shaded. So we can say that the second fraction is more than the greater than the first fraction, or first fraction is less than the second fraction. So 2 by 5 dash 3 by 5. So we can write 2 by 5 is less than 3 by 5. So or we can write 3 by 5 is greater than 2 by 5. So when the denominators are equal, then we can just compare the numerators, then we can put the less than symbol or greater than symbol or equal to symbol. So when the denominators are equal means when the given fractions are like fractions, means if their denominators are equal, then whatever the fraction with lesser numerator, that is less than the fraction with greater numerator, or whatever the fraction with greater numerator is greater than the fraction with lesser numerator. So let us compare other 2 fractions, means like fractions. So 2 by 7 dash or 3 by 7 dash 4 by 7. So these are also like fractions because their denominators are equal. So we can write that, we can compare the numerators. 3 is less than 4, so we can write 3 by 7 is less than 4 by 7. And let us take another example, 8 by 11 and 3 by 11. So here also the 2 fractions are like fractions because their denominators are equal. Now we can compare the numerators. So here, as we know that 8 is greater than 3, then 8 by 11 is greater than 3 by 11. Now let us take the next case, comparing unlike fractions. Means if the given fractions are unlike fractions, means their denominators are not equal, then how to compare the 2 fractions and say which fraction is greater and which fraction is smaller. Now let us take the next case, comparing unlike fractions. So unlike fraction means their denominators are not equal. So first let us take 2 fractions, 1 by 3 and 1 by 5, with the same numerator but different denominators. So these 2 fractions are unlike fractions. Now let us take 2 rectangles. The first rectangle is divided into 3 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, and the second rectangle is divided into 5 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here one part is shaded out of 3 equal parts. So this represents 1 by 3, and here one part is shaded out of 5 equal parts. So this is 1 by 5. Now if you compare the shaded portions in 2 rectangles, so the 1/3, so this shaded part is more than this shaded part. So the shaded part in the first rectangle is larger than the shaded part in the second rectangle. So we can write that 1/3 is greater than 1/5. So our 1/5 is less than 1/3. Now when two fractions have different denominators and they have the same numerator, so whatever the fraction with lesser denominator is more than the fraction with larger denominator. So here also when the denominators are not equal and the numerators are equal, so when the numerators are equal, the fraction with larger denominator is less than the fraction with smaller denominator. Now if you compare other two fractions like 2/7 and 2/11, so here also these two are unlike fractions but their numerators are equal. So if you observe the numerators, they are equal, then how to compare the fractions? So when the numerators are equal, then we should compare the denominators. So whatever the fraction with lesser denominator is greater than the fraction with larger denominator. So 2/7 is greater than 2/11, and if you take 5/13 and 5/9, so here also the two fractions are unlike fractions. The denominators are equal, the denominators are not equal, but their numerators are equal. Now if we compare the denominators, here 13 is greater than 9, so then we can say that 5/13 is less than 5/9 because the fraction with larger denominator is less than the fraction with smaller denominator. So in this way we can compare any two fractions, means unlike fractions, with the same numerator. Now we should learn how to compare the unlike fractions with different numerators. So like 2/3 and 3/4. So here either the denominators are not equal or the numerators are not equal. So this is the case of unlike fractions with different numerators.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.